Hey guys, what's up? This is Cher talking. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we'll be talking about Hardy wearing Colossus, a very peculiar unit that can buff and also sometimes debuff the potential of your party. Well, it has this very interesting passive called Fair and Square. This will increase the direct attack of your squad, but also the enemy by 75%. But it will also decrease the damage potential of you and your enemy in direct attack by 30%, even though it says large is 30%. So, how to actually make this passive useful? You have to bring direct attackers to a fight where the enemy uses indirect attacks. That means that you'll be boosting your damage and reducing the damage taken. But that is not easy to use. You will actually be using Hardy in different setups, and I will explain why. For example, people have been using him on the Mystic Line formation. Why? Mystic Line decreases indirect damage by 25% at all times. And it also grants lots of other boosts. For example, slot number 1 and 2 gets agility and intelligence increased by 25%, and slots number 3, 4, and 5 will get 50% increase to their intelligence. But, well, this formation will benefit indirect attackers, right? They will do less damage. They will receive that penalty of minus 30%. But is that something that will matter too much in the long run? No. What matters is that you are surviving better by use of that Hardy passive. So you can bring him, especially on fights where the enemy will try to buff themselves because he has punching my way. That will remove enemy buffs. That's important in some fights. So Hardy has this type of utility. I have to say that in the end, Hardy is not someone that you should be using all the time. You can use someone like Death, someone like the latest Final Impress, Fake Gustav, or Gustav with Let's Paint. Sometimes they are enough. They already give you more sustain. But if you need to remove buffs and there's no one else in your party, you can take the slot and you can use him on Mystic Line with mages and buffers in the agility slot. And I will showcase how to take benefit of this in the fight versus Orlet. That's right, Orlet is a good example because she only uses indirect attacks. She will never use direct. That means that all her damage will be limited by the passive, reducing it by 30%, and another 25 via the formation. And I will also be using other buffs with Novel's Daughter, also be buffing my Will with Muse, and doing damage with other characters, and also buffing with Witch's Daughter. So, I have an interesting setup that will work here. It may not be the best way to approach Orlet the fight, because she does have lots of ailments. Sometimes it's better to use Rising Phoenix EX. Okay, so we are not bringing Razen on this fight because Razen triggers some bad behavior for Orlet. We are bringing buffers instead, and our buffers are on the agility positions that will help us get buffers first and Tenebrae Glaces to debuff intelligence. This will not be enough to trigger some bad behavior. Also, my Witch's Daughter is on the last slot. I have to say that here I am proving that Hardy works, but we already have other characters that also bring damage reduction, so this is more for those people that don't have the right characters to use, and they can take some advantage of having one or another character that simply makes stuff work. Okay, we got our buffers first. Didn't get inflicted with ailments, that's a very good start. But Orlet has very, very high will and intelligence, especially. She will start trying to apply ailments all the time. I still don't have enough BP to cast Water Festival, that's okay. I will just keep using my stuff. I don't have for Sweet Smell as well. This turn I'll give BP to Novel's Daughter or to myself. I think I'll give it to myself. Yes, because then I will have more buffs, and getting to turn 3 is important because with that we will have enough buffs that will save us from Orlet ailments. Got stunned because Muse didn't buff before. If she does not attack Bertrand, he won't die. That's it. Now we are on turn 3. Before buffers go first, we will be protected. Okay, Water Festival, Noble Prayer, Punching My Way, Tenebris Glacis, and Witch's Daughter will buff on Overdrive, Sweet Smell. Lots of endurance and wheel buffs. Those help. Sadly, my Harji is not taking advantage of agility slot because I prefer to have buffers going first. You are not the best damage dealer here, Harji. Bertrand is. And he's doing very good damage already, especially because he's chasing. This will do LP damage, but it was expected. She deals this on turn 3, but you won't see this all the time. And since my healer is also Muse, I will have to prepare, like, use Freudful Writ this turn. If I am to use Freudful Writ, I should use See a Large String, I guess. Nah. Yeah, I'll have to use this. I have another Tenebris Glacis, so it's good. I'll be debuffing. And I'll debuff on Overdrive even. And I have at least Sweet Smell. And it's even turn where Null's Daughter buffs everyone. Whoa, Bertrand is buffing so much. His damage will be very, very high in some turns. And that's it, we heal it. It's good because in this squad I can use Muse as a healer as well. She drops one turn of buffs and heals the party. You don't need to heal every turn. Now I'll be using Water I didn't use Kisaba because I prefer buffs. Those are more important. And Witch's Daughter can just give BP to someone like Muse, so if she needs to heal again, she will be able to. Or people combo. Harji was left out because he used it on normal attack. That's the only reason. This will do LP damage again. But it's not as crazy as it was with, well, Razen. I think I'm still debuffing way too much with Tenebris Glacis, but you'll survive. Survive. This turn 5 is the most offensive turn. Our region by the end of turn, via passive's pretty high now. I don't think I need to heal in this turn, so I'll use Noble Prayer. Punching My Way, Tenebris Glacis, and Sweet Smell. Next turn I'll heal. I'll have enough BP. Even trigger additional effects. Let's see the damage of Tenebris Glacis on this turn. It should be pretty high. RG dealing 500k. Even on this slot. And Bertrand doing 900k. Okay, we buffed agility so much that we are even evading now. Kinda crazy. They don't want you to evade in the current game. 600 HP healing passively. Okay. I won't heal now then. Should I use Sweet Smell again? Or should I just give BP to now alls? Now I'm gonna buff again, because I think I can keep evading. Once more, Bertrand is doing how much? This time it was 650,000, I guess, or something. We're getting to the end of the fight. We're still evading some attacks. Damage is now very, very low. As you can see, buffing is the best way to go. Water Festival is also applying lots of defense boosts, helping out a ton. Well, next turn is the end. It's really funny, the normal attack animation of Hardy. LP damage. Maybe I debuff it too much. Still not a problem. You can still evade here and there. Incineration deals so much damage. Now I may die. She didn't. 600 passive healing. That's okay, that's the end. Let's kill it with damage. So I guess this proves that you can use him as a way to reduce indirect damage, specifically on this formation where you decrease it even further. But you need to have buffers because you don't get 50% will buff from Rising Phoenix X formation. This is lower, but you receive much less damage. Depending on the situations on your squad, one will be better than the another. But this formation will reduce damage taken further than just Rising Phoenix EX. Now, talking about other formations, some people could argue that Masquerade is good to be used together with your Hardy, because this will increase the direct damage by another 75%. So you have 150% damage increase with just passives and formation. And this one decreases direct attack from the enemy by 25%, not indirect. So you have 25% from direct and 25% from indirect. But it's for hybrid boss fights. So is it that good? It depends. It does not buff any status, just damage increase and damage reduction. In that case, I would say that a squad that has, for example, characters that do direct damage and still have some additional effects, for example, Mirza with his left fork, it's direct. Also Silverlight Fangs. We also have Baldur that gives PP reduction. All of his attacks are direct. We also have Razen if he uses just Resonant Radiant Blade. And White Wolf Strike, those are direct attacks as well. And we also have Final Impress that has Karatsu Wisteria Blade, that is also a direct attack. See that everyone will benefit from this. And depending on the boss, if it has hybrid design where he uses skills and spells, it can work. May not be the best approach though. If the enemy has spells that cause ailments, you should be using different formations. For example, there is also the case of using the Rearguard Focus, because this one just has some additional effects like Endurance Wheel and reduce damage taken for slots number 1, 2, and 3, and slots number 4 and 5 will have increased damage. So you can try to bring some direct attackers on this formation and it will work well. For example, I'm bringing Razen. He will be using Resonant Radiant Blade and White Wolf Strike most of the time. And I'll have Nawal's daughter, she's a buffer, she doesn't need to attack. Hardy will be on the middle because he will draw more enemy attacks, and he does self-buff all the time, he doesn't take much damage. And in the back row, I'll be using direct attackers like Mirza with his left fork, and Bolkon with his Vanishing Illusion. Now, the fight where I'll be showcasing this is versus UniverSe, because UniverSe self-buff his Endurance and Will, and Hardy will remove those buffs and allow you to win the fight faster. UniverSe also use mostly indirect attacks. He does have some direct attacks, but we'll just try to make that hit harder instead of the other people, although it can just lead into someone dying here and there. But, well, if Hardy is someone that you have and you cannot think about any other strategy, this type of squad will work. And let's check this out. Okay, so our buffer here will be Nal's daughter, and she will be enough, I guess, to buff Will. But you have to keep buffing as much as possible. You could use Relief Zone with Razem, but his damage is a little limited because of Hardy decreasing it. Not that it matters too much. I think it's good to start at least with one cast of this. And Punching My Way together with Heroic Stance and then Vanish Illusion. After you cast at least once on the start of a fight, you can go back to just keep using Resonant Radiant Blade and Wolf Strike. We got even on a combo, that means that our values will be increased, especially if he chases. He didn't, but that's okay. This attack can stun, but he will not because we just buff it. Hey, why are you attacking now all so much? The center slot is the one that draws more enemy attacks, but this is RNG, right? Bart. Now we can use Resonant Radiant Blade, Punching My Way, Heroic Stance, and Vanishing Illusion. This attack is direct and we increase the damage because of Hardy. Next turn, my Mirza will start doing damage. Even though it's not blunt, it's pretty okay. I don't know if my Ocon has enough BP. This turn we should be stunning, but since this fight I will not be stunning anyway, we should just go. You can survive UniverSe fight without stunning, without stunning, but you get some LP damage. But here was just to prove how to make the Hardy setup work. Yeah, this is the LP damage. That's good. He even chased it with his heal. Ocon's just nuking non-stop. Resonant Radiant Blade. Punching My Way. Left Fork. Vanishing Illusion. Nal's daughter buffs passively as well. It's nice. And I'm removing UniverSe buffs so that I would do more damage too. This attack can do damage, but not as much. Ocon didn't get BP this turn though. Happens, it's just RNG. BP costs increased, but Nal's here to help a little. I don't think I have enough BP to do my best stuff, so I'll wait one turn. Yes, I'll wait one turn. But I still have Water Festival at least. 1k damage. Is Razem on a danger? Hope he's not. Just heal it a little. Nice, thank you, Mirza. You're doing good work. This turn will be the turn where we stun the enemy, but again, I'm just trying to prove that the formation works with Rezen and Harji. So, Radiant Blade. 3-step punch. Let's do this. Left fork. And Vanishing Illusion again. And we will take LP damage this turn. Every 3 turns we take. But then again, I won't care. This is an indirect attack, won't do much. This one will do a lot, because it's a strong attack. Ah, he didn't do LP damage, I thought he would do. Punching my way. It's better to use Violent Slash to trigger all the mechanics, right? Still have Vanishing Illusion once more. I will remove your buffs. That's it. Such a long fight. Long and boring fight. Took LP damage. This was in a different turn, so it was just meant to happen. Got a chase. Wukong does not have enough BP to nuke again, I guess, unless he gets 10 BP by the end. He didn't. I could use Kisaba Macro Current, but I won't. At least they have left fork, right? Wukong may take too much time to get back to his full utility, but by that time, I guess Nirza would have killed it, UniverSe. And we'll also get increased BP cost pretty soon. But at least you can see that most of UniverSe's attacks are indirect, and Harji is helping here. Although not the best setup, not the best character for this, it's just so that you can make use of a character if you don't have replacements. Let's use a normal attack here. Yeah, I think next turn we win this. I think. It's possible. Especially if everyone gets into overdrive. His attack can stun, but we are protected. Whirlwind won't do much damage. Get that extra BP, Bolkon. Did not. But I have left fork. And I have another Vanishing Illusion. It should end here. That's right. Let's go. Such a long and boring fight. But UniverSe barely used direct attacks. It was good to have Harji here, and Harji decreased the defenses of UniverSe by removing buffs, which allowed us to do more damage faster, not keep the fight going for too long, because if it goes for too long, UniverSe will just keep, that's a direct attack, but he is here drawing more enemy attacks and he can survive. If the fight drags for too long, BP cost is increased, and hence why we are finishing it now. That's the end of UniverSe. Didn't die on turn 10, but will die on turn 11. And with that, I will also be finishing the video now, since I was just trying to prove how to make use of Harji. If you have the guy and don't have other defense boosters or damage reduction passives or skills for the party. With all that said, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Tell me here in the comment section if you are using Harji and if he's making a difference for you. Hope to see you soon in the next video or live stream. Bye.